little nervous, to be honest. I played high-stakes poker before, but not a tournament of this size, and obviously not one of the favourites as far as poker skills go, but I'm going to enjoy myself a lot, so that's what I'm here for. The Macau guys, you mean? For them, I don't think it's again, it's not that the money isn't the issue, but they'll be a little nervous too. They're not used to the big lights. You know, Macau, we keep the game pretty quiet, and it's a sort of in a sort of rundown area of the casino, whereas here it's bright lights, music, introduces performers. But I think they enjoy the show too, so I think they'll be excited. Yeah, they in the high stakes game we still have a sort of, let's call it insurance instead of running it twice, and because if you're ahead, there's less bad beats, because you can always insure. Okay, if you're ahead, you can insure yourself, so you don't get those bad beats, which I think trigger the real bad temper. I remember Doyle Brunson saying back in the old days they used to have insurance, but to speed the game up, they turned it into running it twice. So maybe we're 30 years behind the times in Asia, and it'll evolve over time to running it twice. But I think that's a huge dynamic in the game, and they like action for sure. If you're a nitty player, you're not going to get invited back. The likes of Durr and others, they've adjusted their game to play and give a lot of action, are still good enough to win. There's a lot of pros that want to play. It's pretty hard to get in. There's one guy that sort of controls the game there. You need to get to know him, get on his right side and take him out drinking, and you might get into the game. It's not really about adjusting your game. It's about knowing the right guy to know, or knowing one of the other pros that's played there a lot, whether it's Phil or John Joander or those sort of guys. You know, if you get to know them and they introduce you to the game, you might get in. I think what Guy's done is phenomenal. It's an event of this type. I think it's great for poker. It's a great way to raise money. We do it in a much smaller scale in Asia, but this is obviously the biggest platform for the game. You know, this is the cachet event. The World Series is where everyone wants to go. The bracelet is still really the only thing that means anything in poker. It's WPT, EPT, but it's the WSOP bracelet. It's the be-all and end-all of anything. And I think having this as sort of the pinnacle of that is fantastic.